I'm going to do a video on the NHL and like how I think every team will do like for the upcoming season, like how every team will like, like be like the season, like if they're a good team or not, like stuff like that, right? So first I'm going to start off with the Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes, sorry, in my opinion, are a pretty good team. I think they can make the playoffs. I don't really know if they will or not, to be honest, though. Actually, no, I don't really think they'll make the playoffs. No offense to anybody. I just don't really think they'll be able to. It's hard to say. So, how many wins do I think they'll get? I think they'll get like 40 to 50 wins. I think it all just depends on like everything, right? So, sorry. So, yeah, like I don't really know, to be honest. 50 or 6, no, like 40 to 50 wins for that. How many points I think they'll make? I think they'll make about, or they'll get about 60 points. And if they're a good team, I think they're a pretty good team. Like overall, they're a pretty good team. I don't think they'll make the playoffs though. Like no offense to anybody. Like this is just my opinion. It's too stupid fly. Get the hell out of over here. Sorry, if you see a fly buzzing in here, it's just a stupid fly being annoying. So yeah, that's what I think about the Arizona Coyotes. And now the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks are a great team, to be honest. They are a great comeback team. Like last season, I remember they came down, like, I think 3 goals in like 20 seconds against the Chicago Blackhawks. So they're an amazing team. That they can definitely come back when it's most important. They will definitely make the playoffs, in my opinion. I think they'll make it into the finals for sure, if not the Stanley Cup final. They should make it pretty far, though, in my opinion. How many wins I think they'll get? Probably at least 50 to 55 wins. Points, I think they'll get 80 for sure, about 80 points. And then overall, yes, great team. They should make the playoffs. They're just a great team overall, in my opinion. Next team is the Calgary Flames. Last year, no Canadian teams made the playoffs, unfortunately. But I think this season it'll be different. I think the Calgary Flames do have what it takes. I do think the Calgary Flames have what it takes to, make the playoffs. Do I think they will? Possibly. It's like a 50-50 chance right now. If they do make the playoffs, I think they'll make it into the second or third round. And with wins, I think they'll have about 40 to 45 wins for sure. They should have about 70 points, I think, like 65 to 70 points. And overall, good team. I think they'll be better in the next few years for sure. But right now, like, they're still a pretty good team. I can still see them like going to the playoffs. How far? Maybe the second or third round if they're lucky. So yeah, and like no offense to any like fans again, I just saying my opinion on like every team and how far I think they'll make it. Next up is the Edmonton Oilers. This team is very. They can be good at times. So like if they're a good on if they're a good team or not, I don't really know. They can be, but like I think they'll get 30 wins this season. This upcoming season, points I think 50. Because like they're not the best team. There's obviously a lot better teams, and they're not the best. Like they're not anywhere near the best. No offense. Like they're growing. They're a growing team. They're pretty good. Like they can be at times, and then sometimes they're like terrible. I don't even understand, but like every team's different. So, but yeah, that's my opinion on Edmonton. The LA Kings. The LA Kings are a great team. I actually thought they were going to make it to the finals last year, but they didn't. Surprisingly, Pittsburgh won the cup, which I did not think they would, honestly, but they did, so congrats to you, Pittsburgh. Just sit up. Sorry. Do I think they'll make the playoffs, the LA Kings? Yes, they will make the playoffs, in my opinion. They should be able to get 45 to 50 wins, I think at most. No, at least 50 wins. Maybe at most 60, or I don't even know if I'm like going a bit too much here. Maybe I'll just say about 40 wins, 45 wins. How many points they'll get? They should get about 80 points. I think they should make it into the third round of the playoffs, or the finals for sure. The next team is the San Jose Sharks. They're a pretty good team as well. How far they'll make it, I think they'll make it into, like, they will make the playoffs in my opinion. I think the year before or last year they were pretty good, like they made a pretty good run. Overall, they're a good team. How many wins I think they'll get? They should be able to get 40 wins, and they should be able to pick up 70 points, in my opinion. Next is the Vancouver Canucks. Another Canadian team that I do think can make the playoffs. I think it all depends with them, like, because you never know, right? Like, you never know. But they are a good team. They do win games. How many games do I think they'll win? I think they'll win about 35 games. They should be able to make it into the playoffs. I think they should be able to make it to the second round, if not more. They should be able to make it to the second round. Like, they should make it. I'm not really sure, to be honest, though. Like, you never know, right? Sorry again. But yeah, with points, I think they should be able to get like 60 points and then maybe like 30 wins, around there. The next team is going to be the Chicago Blackhawks. The great team. They are a great team. I will say that. They are a great team. They should be able to make the playoffs this year. I've heard that they've not lost, but like traded, or they like, some players like left them or something. So I don't know if they'll go that far this year, but they're a pretty good team, and I think they'll still make it pretty far, in my opinion. I think they should be able to get like 55 to 60 wins, or 45 to 50. Like, it's hard to say. Like, every time I think about it, it's like really hard to say. I'm sorry. How many wins? I just said it. How many points? I think they'll be able to get about 90 points for sure, maybe even 100. Again, they're a great team. So, yeah, overall, I think they should make it. I think they'll make it into the finals, into the Western, or, yeah, the finals, if not the Stanley Cup finals, but they should be able to make it to, like, the finals. The next team is the Colorado Avalanche. They're a pretty good team as well. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? No, because they are an okay team, but they're not the best. Again, it's just hard to say for some teams. Like, it's really hard to say. How many wins I think they'll get? They should be able to get about 30 wins. I think they should be able to get like 60 to 65 points. And that's my opinion on Colorado. For Dallas Stars, the Dallas Stars are a pretty good team as well. A lot of teams in the NHL are like pretty good, so it's like hard to say. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? Yes, I do. They should make it into the second or third round of the playoffs this year. How many points? I think 70 to 80 points, I believe, and then maybe like 35 wins, I'd say, in my opinion. Next up is the Minnesota Wild. I don't think they're too good, to be honest. I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year. I think they did last season, but I do not think they're going to this year. Reasons why: they're overall not that good of a team. How many points? I think they'll get like 40 to 50, and I think they should be able to get like 20 or 25 wins. So yeah, Nashville Predators is next. Nashville Predators. They're a pretty good team. I think they should be able to make the playoffs. I think they will. How far they'll make it into the playoffs? Third round, I'll say. Third round. Maybe even the next round. I just say third round because, like, I don't know if that's the finals. Like, I'm getting kind of confused. And by the way, sorry, this is a late video. It's like 2:30 in the morning right now in my town. I'm sorry. But, yeah. So, I think they will make the playoffs. I think they'll make it into, like, the third round. They should be able to get they should be able to pull away with 40 wins. Or, no, actually. Sorry, I got that confused. Like, 30 to 35 wins with about 70 points, maybe. I think about that much. St. Louis Blues. They are also a really good team. I do think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll get a bunch of wins. To be exact, I think they'll get 40 to 50 wins, and I think they should be able to get 80 to 90 points. And how far I think they'll make it to the playoffs, into the finals, not the, like, I think they're called the division, I don't even know anymore. The thing before the Stanley Cup finals. Sorry, I'm just, like, pretty, like, rusty right now. Now, next up is the Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets are a fairly good team. I do not think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they'll be able to get 35 wins, and they should be able to get, like, 50 points. That doesn't even make any sense, because 30, I don't even know. But 25 wins, I'll say, and then about 50 points, I'll say. I think they should be able to get that much. But overall, I think they are a pretty good team, and maybe they will make the playoffs. You never know, right? The Boston Bruins are a great team. They will probably get a bunch of wins. I think they'll be getting 40 wins, and they should be able to get about 70 to 80 points. Will they make it into the playoffs? Yes, they will, in my opinion. And how far will they make it? I think the finals as well. Or if not then at least the second or third round. The Buffalo Sabres, I do not think they're a good team. I do not think they're going to make the playoffs, like, at all, I'm sorry. But I do not think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they'll get 20 wins with about 40 to 50 points, in my opinion. Next up is the Detroit Red Wings, and sorry, I'm not trying to, like, rush or anything, but I don't want this to be too long of a video, so I'm just trying to, like, say everything. I'm not going to try to, like, spend every team, like, freaking 20 minutes. So, yeah, the Detroit Red Wings is next. They are a good team. I think they can be better at times. Like some teams, they play like themselves, and sometimes the next game they're, like, terrible, and they get, like, shut out, like, 4-0. Hard to say. But I think they will make the playoffs. I think they'll be able to pull away with 35 to 40 wins, and they should be able to get 75 to 80 points. And are they a good team? I don't know if I already answered this, but yes, they are a good team. Next up is the Florida Panthers. I do think they should be able to make the playoffs. How far they'll make it, second or third round. How many wins they'll get, I'd say about 40 wins, and they should be able to come away with, like, 75 to 80 points. Or 35 to 40 wins in that range. The Montreal Canadiens, I think, are a great team. Sometimes they have, well, their bad games, just like every other team. There's a moth right there. Sorry. But the Montreal Canadiens are a good team. They will make the playoffs this year, in my opinion. Again, last year, the Canadian teams had trouble making the playoffs, but I think this year they'll be able to. I think at least a few will be able to make the playoffs, and I think Montreal will definitely be one of them. And I actually forgot to say if I like the teams. So Anaheim, yes, I do like them. Arizona, not really. Calgary, yes. Edmonton, somewhat. Los Angeles, yes. San Jose, somewhat. Vancouver Canucks, yes. Chicago Blackhawks, somewhat. Colorado Avalanche, meh. Dallas Stars, meh. Minnesota Wild, no. Nashville Predators, no. St. Louis Blues, yes. Winnipeg Jets, sure. Boston Bruins, no. Buffalo Sabres, no. Detroit Red Wings, no. Florida Panthers, somewhat. Montreal Canadiens, yes. So that was me saying, like, yes, if I like them or not, and then no. Sorry, I think I forgot to say that before. So yeah, Montreal, I do like them. I do think they'll be able to make the playoffs. I think they'll be able to pull away with 35 wins or 40, and they should be able to get, like, 80 points. The Ottawa Senators are my favorite team, and by the way, tomorrow I'm going to make a video all about the Ottawa Senators, basically like a season preview, so stay tuned for that. It should be about tomorrow afternoon. Again, it's like 2:40 a.m., so tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, so the Ottawa Senators, it's hard to say. I think they will make the playoffs. I don't want to say too much about them, because then tomorrow I'm going to do a video all about the Ottawa Senators. They are my favorite team. So I think I'll just save the Ottawa thing for tomorrow, but are they a good team? Yes. And do I think they'll make the playoffs? I'll explain tomorrow, because I don't really know. Next up, and do I like them? Obviously, they're my favorite team. The Tampa Bay Lightning. They will make the playoffs. I think they're going to get 40 wins and with about 80 points. And they will make the playoffs. How far they'll make it, I think they'll make it into the finals. Again, not the Stanley Cup finals, but like one round before that or two. The Toronto Maple Leafs, that have so many fans, but they're terrible. I'm so sorry. But they are actually they can actually dominate. I shouldn't have said that. They're terrible. I'm sorry. But they can be a pretty good team. Like, sometimes they can win 5-0. Sometimes they'll lose 10-0. Like, I don't even know. Do I think they make the playoffs? No. I do not think they're going to make the playoffs. I think maybe a year from now, not this season, but like the season after or the season after that, they should be able to make the playoffs. How many wins I think they'll get? 25 with about 50 to 60 points. And do I like them? I guess so. I have a few teams left. Carolina Iron Hurricanes, no, I do not like this team. They're okay in my opinion. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? No. How many wins do I think they'll get? About 30 with about 60 points. The Columbus Blue Jackets, I don't really like them, but I don't mind them. Like, some teams I hate. Like, Chicago, I did used to hate. I don't even know why, but they're okay. So, yeah, the Columbus Blue Jackets will not make the playoffs. Are they a good team? They're pretty okay, and I do like them a little bit. How many wins do I think they'll get? At least 25, if not more. And then about, like, 50 to 60 points, maybe, or, like, 50 to... Sorry, I'm losing my voice. 50 to 55 points, possibly. Next up is the New Jersey Devils. They're okay in my opinion, and do I think they'll make the playoffs? No, I do not. And if you guys want me to explain why I think they'll make the playoffs or not, then I can explain it in another video. Just comment down below if you want me to make more sports videos and everything like that. But yeah, so the New Jersey Devils, I think they'll get about 30 wins, 35 wins with about 55 to 60 points, and no, I do not think they'll make the playoffs. The New York Islanders. Oh, and guys, if you do want me to make like a specific season preview for like a certain team, then I will try to do that. I'll try my best. But please tell me like what kind of videos you want me to do, like more sports videos. I do love the CFL if anybody wants me to talk about that. I think I will be making like some more sports videos, and I'm going to try to post, if not every day, at least every second day. Tomorrow I will definitely be posting a video at some point, hopefully in the afternoon. Getting back to this video, New York Islanders, I do think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll make it into the first round. How many wins? I think they should be able to get about 35 to 40 wins, and then about like 75 points, or maybe even less. I'm not even sure. Next up is the New York Rangers. They are a terrific team. I think they'll have at least 100 points. They should have about 50 wins, if not more. They will make the playoffs, hands down. And I do think they'll make it into the finals for sure. Again, maybe not the Stanley Cup finals, but like the finals like before that. I think the Eastern Conference final. No, it's not called that. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting confused with the CFL. I don't know. And do I like the team? Yeah. And the Devils, I somewhat like them, and then actually I don't. And then the Islanders, I don't really like them. 3 teams left. The Philadelphia Flyers will... I think last season it was actually pretty tough for them to make the playoffs, so again, it's hard to say for me. Are they a good team? Yeah, they're a pretty good team. They can be threatening for sure, as like any team. How many wins I think they'll get? They should be able to get about 30 wins, if not more, and like 60 points. Do I like them? They're okay. The Pittsburgh Penguins, the 2015 or the 20... They won last year, so yeah. The champions of that year. I don't even know if it's the 2016 champions. Yes. Sorry, I got confused because it's like the 2015-2016 season. So I'm like, was it 2015? Was it 2016? The 2016 champions, Pittsburgh Penguins. They surprised me. Okay, they are a great team. Obviously, I think they will make the playoffs this upcoming year. How many wins I think they'll get? They should. Sorry. They should be able to get about 40 wins with about 80 points for sure. And do I like them? They're actually pretty good. The final team I will talk about is the Washington Capitals. The Washington Capitals are a great team. I thought they were, last season I thought 5 teams were going to make the playoffs. Or, like, either win the cup. The Anaheim Ducks, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Washington Capitals, the Anaheim Ducks, if I already said that, Anaheim, Chicago, Los Angeles, who else? Tampa Bay, and then Washington. So is Washington a good team? Yes, they are. How many wins? They should be able to get about 40 to 45 wins and about 80 points. So there is my prediction on every NHL team this season. For this season, a lot of them, I'm not trying to like rush through them, but this is already a 20-minute video. I'm done now, but yeah, I hope you guys liked that video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Click the link right here. Tomorrow I will be back with another Senators video. Not another one, but I'll be back with another NHL video all about the Ottawa Senators. And I'm going to explain like basically what I did now and then like what happened in the offseason, how I think they'll do personally in the 2016-2017 season. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want me to do more sports videos, then I will. Just comment down below, like this video, again, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.